Hey, it's CJ Wilson here with DoakTalk. Of course, I'm your host. FSU's quarterback Thomas Castellano made quite the headlines yesterday and was pretty much the talk of Twitter. Well, hell, not just Twitter, social media rather, from his comments that he made with the interview that he had with On Three's Pete Nakos. Just to kind of give you guys a quote before we dive into it, Thomas stated, and this is speaking in regards to the matchup against Alabama. And I quote, they don't have Nick Saban to save them. I just don't see them stopping me. All right, guys, let's kind of dive into that real quick before we kind of jump into the meeting and kind of dissect and talk about Thomas Castellanos' words and my thoughts on that. In regards to that, I want to give you guys an update in regards to a book bag drive that former FSU fullback James Coleman is hosting. Make sure you guys donate if you can to the book bag cause. We're in the process of getting everything finalized. Of course, she has book bag drive from Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee. He's in the process of trying to get everything finalized. He does a food drive as well with that. So go ahead and donate to the cause and help a family in need. He's been huge with this. Again, the link is in the comments where you can donate. And also, like I've been telling you guys, if you're coming over to the FSU versus Alabama game and you're planning on tailgating, there's only one place you can be and should be. That's on top of lot 19. We run the best tailgates in college football, in my opinion. It's going to be a star-studded event. Just to tell you the names that's going to be at this tailgate, right? Me and James Coleman is hosting, the former FSU fullback. But just to name you guys some of the names that will be in attendance: Peter Ward, Derek Brooks, EJ Green, Snoop Menace, Andre Cooper, Tamarick Vanover, and Charlie Ward. That's just the start, right? So we have a bunch of former FSU legends that will be attending the tailgate. We have all you can eat food, all you can drink alcohol, beers, liquor, water, juice, you name it. Make sure you guys grab a ticket for that as well. The link is in the comment. All right, let's go ahead and discuss and dissect Thomas Castellano comments. Again, really good interview with Pete Nakos. If you guys check it out and look into it, really good interview. I'm gonna deep dive into some of the comments he did state, but just talking about that one as it is. I don't think he had to mention Alabama per se. He's very confident, which I love. I also don't think he had to, I guess, mention Nick Saban specifically and saying, he's gone, so Alabama isn't Alabama. Alabama is still talented and things like that. Don't get it twisted. Really talented team, all of that. And I get it. You want to sound politically correct and all that type of deal. So those are my only takes from that. But even within, I really don't care. I don't have an issue with it. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. And I want my quarterback to be confident as well. And speak that way. And not to kind of throw shade at DJU because I feel like he's been getting enough of that from all angles in regards to his tenure at FSU. But DJU wasn't that type of quarterback. He wasn't vocally confident and things like that. He was just more so chill and let things play by. And I do think you need within that position, you do need I don't really like using the word alpha, but an alpha type of mentality to rally these troops and lead these guys. So being in the locker room myself, you hear a quarterback talk like that, that gives you self confidence. You want to back your quarterback up and play to the best of your abilities. Be like, yeah, you damn right. You got our back. You feel confident. That confidence kind of exudes through the team. So I do think I don't have an issue with it. I mean, just to put it plainly, like I said, and people talk about giving Bama bulletin board material and all that type of shit. I mean, personally, I think it's a thing, but I don't really give a damn about it. Really look too much into it. I really think it's that big of a damn deal. If you got to get up, or if you can't get up for a matchup against Florida State or a matchup against Alabama, then something is wrong. I feel like they're going to be up regardless. I feel like FSU fans or players rather are going to be up regardless too. So giving the team extra bulletin board material, excuse my French, man, but forget all that, man. Let's play football. You put your pads on, just like I put my pads on. Let's play. And Thomas is pretty much showing that, I guess you could say, that confidence he wears on the sleeve. And I do think it's contagious. Now, with that being said, you use that you say those type of words and things that you first, you got to believe in a second. You're going to pretty much give your all and play your heart out in regards to your comments to try to back it up. So I do think I don't really have an issue with it. I like the quarterback being confident. Just be careful with the words, right? In certain situations, you can say what you say and still and be confident, still be politically correct, so to speak. But regardless, I really don't have an issue with it. But like I stated, it was a really good interview with Pete Nakos. It was a few other comments I want to discuss in regards to it. This is a direct quote in regards to his play at Boston College and what we kind of foresaw and not necessarily foresaw, well, kind of put two and two together in regards to his time at Boston College. A direct quote: "I really wish I would have left when Hafley left, the former Boston College head coach. I think he went to the Green Bay Packers to be defensive coordinator, but I tried to give it another take. BC wasn't a school for me. I wasn't able to be myself, and I had tried to make myself be something I wasn't. I just didn't like it. Very limited." Kind of what we thought in regards to Bill O'Brien. It was the same type of, not necessarily the same type of talks, but with Jalen Milroe, when he was the offensive coordinator at Alabama, he wasn't a fan of Milroe, wanted him to change positions. Of course, Milroe was an effective quarterback for the Crimson Tide and was a pretty high draft pick in the 2025 NFL draft as a quarterback. So we know when it comes to these type of quarterbacks, Bill O'Brien really, just to be quite frank and quite blunt, he isn't a fan of. I spoke about Gus Malzahn and what it is playing under Gus and things like that. A direct quote: he's just giving me the keys and allowing me to be me. Just go out there and play football within the offense. That's what I need. I don't need a dog collar or a leash around me. I just need coach to say, just go be you, go play. That's what I was missing. So again, those comments are pretty strong and kind of an indication of the, how can I put this, the trust that he will have within the Gus Miles on offense just to be him and to make plays and to be that type of player. Thomas Castellanos was the first Boston College player to record 2,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. So he is a dynamic playmaker when given the chance. And lastly, this was a quote I thought was pretty interesting as well, as in regards to the talent he has at FSU. And this goes back to what I said earlier in the video about letting that confidence ooze over within the team, showing them that you have confidence in them as well. A direct quote: "I didn't have nearly as much talent as I do here," talking about Boston College in correlation to FSU. "I didn't have the guys, but over here, I have some of the best athletes. I'm not the fastest one on the team over here. I'm not the most athletic guy on the team. So just being around these guys and just instilling in their heads the winning mentality and what we can do, they got the team, they got the guys. All they needed was a leader in place to lead them." Pretty strong comments from Thomas Castellanos. And again, I love it. I really love it. I don't think we really had a strong leader at quarterback last year. And for him to say that publicly and to have that confidence, man, I'm telling you, I really think the guys will kind of rally behind that and follow. And he's absolutely right. No disrespect to Boston College, but he was probably one of the fastest guys on the team. At Florida State, of course, that won't be the case. He was probably the most athletic guy on Boston College team. At Florida State, that just won't be the case on average. I mean, it's just Florida State versus Boston College. I know we went 2-10 last year, but the athletes are still the athletes. We have plenty of those on the team and added a multitude of others through the portal and things like that. So I'm really excited for what Thomas Castellano brings to the table. I know people, FSU fans, want him to kind of hush and all that type of deal based upon going 2-10. But man, forget that. It's football. We're FSU. The logo carries weight. We're still the brand. We can still win a lot of damn football games. I really do think with this new influx of energy from a player of Thomas Castellano, and then of course offensive coordinator and Gus Malzahn, I really think this is a match made in heaven for what those two can do, and just him being himself and not being handicapped and trying to fit within the system, let the system fit within him. So again, it's great to be confident, but again, you have to aim that confidence and hone it in a certain way to make sure that you're not overdoing things, overcompensating for certain things. And that's what Mike Norvell and Gus Malzahn come into play. So I do think those guys will do a good job of balancing that confidence in regards to the play of Thomas Castellano. But again, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Go Noles. Grab your tailgate ticket. It's going to be a classic.